Call out a name. Be a man and call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
It makes me chatty patty, chatty patty, chatty patty.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special edition of the Chatty Patty podcast. Unfortunately, my host can't make it for this episode, Mike's very own shout out, but we do have on the other line the man, the myth, the legend himself, Doughphresh the Don. What's up, man?
What's good? What's good? What's good, fam?
Man, I'm just out here chilling, just been going hard, just trying to stay on the grind, it gets to me at times, but you just got to push through, man. What about yourself? Tell me, what's happening?
Already, man. Same here, man. Like I said, I'm a little under the weather right now, but, I wasn't going to miss being a guest on this podcast, you know what I'm saying? At all, man. The grind don't stop, you feel me? We got to get it.
I'm happy to hear that, man. So why don't we start by telling the listeners a little bit about yourself. Now, first of all, I see, for example, a couple places your name being different. Do you go by Dough the Don or Doughphresh the Don?
No, it's Doughphresh the Don for sure. It's just
All right.
Dough the Don. You know how Facebook is. Like on my personal page, it wouldn't let me put Doughphresh the Don, so I just put Dough the Don.
Right.
But it's Doughphresh the Don.
All right, man. Sounds good. And tell me a bit about your, the music history as far as you go. Like, how long you've been making music for? What made you want to get into it? And yeah.
I mean, pretty much with me, man, I was just kind of like born into it for real, man. Like when I was a kid, like I got an older brother. He's 7 years older than me, and he kind of, he was rapping, you know what I'm saying? So, of course I follow in my big brother's footsteps. And then my father, he was big into hip hop, always has been. And, since I was a little kid, I just loved hip hop, man. Like, fell in love with all the pioneers, the legends, from the Pacs and Biggies to even before then, the NWAs and Run DMCs and all them cats, Rakims. Like, so I just love this shit, man. So I've been doing it pretty much my whole life. But I say seriously, actually, like recording, putting out projects that you can get like, on official websites and shit like that. I say since about 2012. So I'm about almost 6 years in now.
Dope, man. Dope. All right. Sounds good, man. And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 31 years old.
All right. So you know your history with the hip hop and shit. Now, a lot of people feel like it's kind of blasphemous to not acknowledge, the pioneers of this shit. Like for example, me, like I know my Puck and stuff. Honestly, I'm more of a Puck listener than Biggie. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with all his work, even though he doesn't have much. But are you up on, say, the like how you mentioned Rakim and stuff? Do you actually like, know like full on the history, like KRS-One and all that, or you just like so going that far back?
Nah. I'm pretty up on the game. I like to call myself a student of the game. I feel like
nice, man.
This is our culture, man. We're gonna be a part of it, and we want it to thrive, and we want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's important to know the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like the game that you're a part of. I don't mean that you got to know every single fucking song from every artist.
Yeah.
But some of these guys, like you like a lot of artists we listen to. Some of our favorite artists, we might hear their music and hear some of their bars and their rhymes, and you like, damn, that's just dope. And they come to find out you listening to some older shit that they grew up on, and you come to find out it ain't even they bars. That's them paying homage to, one of the older artists. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like it's important.
Yeah, I've fallen victim to that a couple times. I would be, it's not coming to my mind right now, but definitely a few times, like I would have heard, some bars from someone that I listened to, and then like later on, heard the original and was like, no way, is this where it came from? Drake does that a fair bit. Drake does a lot of shit like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But all right, man. So just to bring it back to you. So you've been going hard at it for the past 6 years. So what What are your methods now? I think I saw is your music's up on iTunes at the moment. Did I see that right, or Spotify, or?
Yes, sir. Anywhere digital music can be streamed or purchased, you can get it Spotify,
Now
iTunes, Google Play, all that.
Well, it gets a bit tricky sometimes because I do see like sometimes like with the whole different platforms that are going on, some of them try to do like some exclusivity bullshit. Like, can I find your stuff on, say, Tidal, for example?
Yep, you can get it on Tidal too.
Oh, really? Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah.
How do you go about doing that?
You know, I mean, it's in 2018, man. It's not that hard these days to just go the indie route. You know, I'm an independent artist. You know what I'm saying? And basically, you just go through their distributors, and you just go to them, and you work out a deal. You know what I'm saying? You get like me, I get 100% of my royalties. You know, whatever I sell, I get 100% of. So it's
what's up, man.
A pretty lucrative deal. It's nice, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, I don't got the big machine behind me, so I don't have the promotion like a big artist would get. You know what I'm saying? So I got to push it myself.
Well, say if one day they came knocking on the door and said, "Doe, we got this bag for you," you know. But have you heard of, say, the 360 deal?
Yeah, no doubt.
Would you be happy to do one of those?
Man. I mean, I don't know, man. That's tricky, man. I guess we would have to go in detail of what the deal was. Now, don't get me wrong. I would say no, but you know, if they gave me some like life-changing money, you know what I'm saying, that I could change my family's life with, then I probably would. I'd go ahead and get crucified. I'll tell you.
That's a good point, though. That's a real good point because, yeah, everybody these days is like shitting on the 360 and stuff, saying it's not the smartest thing to do. But that's a good point because, like, yeah, if you're in a position where, like, yeah, like they hand you some life-changing money, like that would be hard to say no to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, how you gonna turn that down, man?
And then how I look at it, man, I'm a hustler, man. So therefore, like I said, but it had to be hellified money. I don't mean no little bullshit that I can just run through. Now, if it's life-changing money, it's like, okay, I know I'm signing a bad deal because 9 times out of 10, the 360s is a bad deal. They own everything. They pretty much own you. But what I know I could do is I could take that money and I can invest it in some shit outside of rap. You know what I'm saying? And I can you know, I can make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying, for the rest of my life. So you got to look at it from all angles. It's easy for any rapper to say, nah, man, I wouldn't do it. But when they put that bag on the table, you never know what you might do.
No, that's good points, man. Good points. Have you had now? How does this work for you? Have you done like any live shows and things of that nature? Have you had people coming up to you for, you know, random deals and stuff like that?
Yeah. I've done a few shows. I've done some. I had some health issues, man. Late last year, like my blood pressure was sky high, man. I was almost like at stroke level and shit. So I had to, you know, kind of start eating right and you know, get on blood pressure medicine, get right. So I ain't done no shows here lately, but I got some shit going down this summer. I'll be in Chicago at the Dub C's Award Show. I'll be at the Underground Hip Hop Award Show in Georgia. Later this year. So I got a few different things that I got, you know, coming up. So yeah, and I've definitely been offered a few little rinky-dink deals. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, man. Like, right. That shit should be laughable. It's like, man, come on, man. If you can't offer me if you can't offer me something that I can't do for myself, man, no, thank you.
Man, nice, man, nice. It must feel like amazing to be up on stage, you know, performing your stuff, you know, getting it out there. Whereabouts, like, are you based, sort of thing?
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. That's the same place where Muhammad Ali's from. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I remember you said that off the record last time, man. That's legendary status right there. Are there any, like, rappers that we would know of, like established artists that you know are also from there?
Well, are y'all familiar with? You should be. He's not really a rapper. He's more of kind of like a fusion of rap and R&B. But you heard of Bryson Tiller?
Of course. Okay, so he's from there.
Yeah,
nice, man.
Yeah,
nice.
he's from the same side of town too as me, south side of Louisville. And so shout out Bryson Tiller, man. I kind of seen his come up. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he was like a Reverb Nation SoundCloud artist, like a regular artist trying to make it, and now this dude is, man, he big time. You feel me? So salute to him.
So you actually saw him before he blew up with Don't sort of thing?
Yeah, like I didn't know him personally, but I seen him.
Yeah,
like
I
seen him like grinding, like pushing his links and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get established, get on, and his shit just took off.
Dope, man. I mean, I'm sure at some point people are going to be looking back on this interview and being like, oh, man, like looking back at your stuff and being like, hey, man, we saw him on the come up as well. Because, man, I heard some of your stuff and I really think, like, you got a chance for the big time, man. Like, you're killing shit now, but I really think, like, this, you can be taken to another level, man. Like, a lot of people can't be consistent with it. It's easier said than done. Even me with the podcast, like, I try to... Like, I'm only 12 episodes deep now, but it's like, I don't know, just like that consistency is a big thing. And you've been going serious for 6 years now, so it doesn't seem like you're going to be stopping anytime soon. You know what I mean? And that's good to hear, man.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, you're right. Consistency is the key, and that shit, it definitely is hard, man. You got to, I've seen so many artists, like when I first started in 2012, 2013, around that time, it's so many artists I look back at, and they didn't quit. They're not doing it no more. You know what I'm saying? In a few years. Did you ever think? Like, did you ever reach a point? Everybody wants that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I reached that point all the time. Like I wouldn't lie to you. Sometimes I have my days where I'm like, man, I don't know about this shit, but for real, man, I really love it. Like I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I can't see myself never not doing it. And I can see myself slowing down eventually, but I can never see myself just not doing it at all.
That's the sickest stuff ever, man. It reminds me of this quote I heard Dr. Dre saying that he was like, he loves it and it's in him. And he was like, even if he was a plumber or something, he would still be making music. You know what I mean? Because he's just got that much passion for it. And I hear that in you as well, man. Right. I feel like you gotta have the passion, man. Man, a lot of people be disappointed because they everybody's like, man, I'm a rap. Then they make a couple songs, they don't really make no money, don't get no sales, and then they like, fuck it, man, I give up. Like, you got to be in it for the long run, man. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Good point, man. Yeah, a lot of people in it for the money and stuff. I feel like that's where it gets wrong. Like, another thing he said was, don't even worry about the money. Like, if you got the quality and you keep persisting, the money's gonna come. Like, it'll come. You know what I mean? So don't even sweat that. But I feel like a way that people mess up is, and I don't even like want to like get into your personal stuff if you don't want to, and I don't even know your exact situation. But there's a lot of how do you feel about people who will, like people who try to inspire people will say like quit your day job and just double down on what your actual passion is. But I don't feel like that's realistic in a lot of ways. Like if you're going to quit your job, like how are you going to put food on the table? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no doubt. It's a double-edged sword. Like I put it like this. I say if you can do that, if your lifestyle allows you to do that, like then do it. Yeah. If you got like a manager, you got some homies, you got a wealthy family that you can rely on them and they can take care of you while you pursue your music, then by all means, then that's a privilege you have. But everybody's not privileged to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like a man is supposed to take care of his family. Like if you ain't taking care of your family, taking care of yourself, then I can't look at you as a man. So I feel like, if your circumstances allow you to do that, fine. But nah, it's not realistic. If you can't just be out here in the studio all the time and you know what I'm saying, you ain't paying no bills, you ain't got no roof over your head, you out here like a that's kind of crazy, you feel me?
Because that's what I was going to say. It's bum shit, man. It's, I don't know. I really don't get it because I hear a lot of successful people saying it, but I'm just like, I'm trying to find a way that it actually seems realistic in real life. Like, no, that doesn't happen. And you can make it work. Like, like people say, like if you want to do something, like you'll make time for it. Like you won't just go home after work and sit on the couch and whatever. Like, what do you do the time in between work and sleep? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what? Who are some of your influences musically, like that? You know, that you draw inspiration from.
Oh man, I mean, man, I draw inspiration from Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my favorite artist of all time, hands down, right there. And then,
okay, that's it.
Also, Nas. You know what I'm saying? Jadakiss, the Locks. You know, that's my dude right there. Like Jadakiss is, man, that dude. He really inspired, you know, the way I rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he had them vicious bars, them punchlines and shit. It made me be like, yo, I want to say shit to make people's jaw drop the way he make my jaw drop. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to him.
Yeah, man.
So that's a few, man. But I'm inspired by everybody, man. Like like I said, I'm a student of the game, and I love the game. So I listen to. I mean, you catch me listening to everybody, like the game, T.I., you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like the underground dudes that don't get acknowledged, Papoose, Saigon, you know what I'm saying? Like I love the whole, man, I'm a student of the game, bro. I love hip hop.
Now, I've got to keep it a thou right?
Yeah.
And this isn't a knock on you at all. This is actually a plus, and I reckon like maybe if you double down on it, something might pop off. But and not all of them, but a few of your songs, you literally sounded exactly like Rick Ross, man. I had to double check. I was like, hold on. What? Bro.
You picked something?
I was like, yeah, like, have you not got that before of people? Have people told you that?
Yeah, I actually have, man. I heard that a few times, man. I heard Ross. I done heard Biggie. I done heard Killer Mike.
Yeah, well, Ross and Biggie kind of sing. Ah, true.
I done heard a few people, but I have gotten Ross a few times though. I definitely gotten Ross a few times. I do think on certain songs, you know what I'm saying? Because I switch my cadences up, you know what I'm saying? Like I try to, I attack the beat depending on how the beat, you know, how it play out. And I think sometimes, you know, I guess people say my cadences is like Rick Ross sometimes, but hey, I take that as a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
absolutely, man.
I'm Doughphresh to dine though. I definitely ain't trying to be Ross, but you know what I'm saying.
Now, what if it got to a thing
Ross
like this? What if? Oh, absolutely, man. And you know, praise out to him. He just got out of hospital and all that shit. But
right.
You know, I like how I'm just talking as if he's going to hear this. No, I'm going to make sure he hears this shit, man. Anyway.
Speak it in existence, bro.
For sure, man. Now, what if, let's just say, for example, that, you know, because you do different styles and stuff, but sometimes you stick with the Ross vibe, whatever, yeah? And let's say one day that one of the Ross tracks catches the attention and that's what blows you up. And it turns into, like, a designer situation, you know, with Designer and Future.
Yeah.
But I still think, like, yeah, people were kind of, like, hating on him at the start, saying, like, yeah, he sounds exactly like Future, whatever. But I still reckon, like, it worked out for him in the end, though. And then he showed more of his versatility. Like, he does, like now, like, he's kind of established his own lane. But I guess my question is, like, how would you feel if, like, yeah, like, you actually blew up and then, like, and that's what the shtick was. Like, that's what people were saying. Like, this is, like, Rick Ross's Designer sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Man, I wouldn't be happy with that at all, bro. I'm going to be all the way
really?
Real. Yeah, that would be a disappointment for me because I'm hip-hop to the core, the essence of hip-hop.
Man.
And I can't be nobody's clone. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
Like that's no disrespect to Rick Ross. Like I said, I fuck with Ross. But at the end of the day, it's only one Doughphresh to dine. So if it ever came to a point where people was like, man, yeah, he sound just like, you know, I think, you know, people, you know, I've always heard some, you know, me and Ross got some similarities, but I don't think it's to the point where like Designer, to me, he sounded just like Future. You couldn't even tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? He was like, damn.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But so yeah.
You're right. Like,
if that ever happened though, I'd be disappointed. I'd be like, oh hell no. Like I'd be mad. for real.
Like, I haven't thought, yeah, I could tell a difference. I don't know. I could tell a difference. I'm not going to lie, though. At times, I swear it did sound exactly like Rick Ross, but I didn't think of it as a negative thing. I was even thinking, like, because then I did listen to other songs and you didn't sound like him at all, you know? It was only certain songs and in those certain songs at certain times. But, yeah, at those certain times, you really captured the voice exactly. And I was thinking, like, I don't know how you feel about it, because maybe you want to go about it, like, the more organic way. But I swear, I was thinking in my head, I was like, if you doubled down on that, like, you probably could actually make yourself, like, blow up like that, but that would be attached to it. They might say that, but then you can just flip it on them and be like, oh, y'all think it's just this Rick Ross. How about this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, you know what you're doing, man. Like, you the way you're putting it out is, like, it's dope and shit, but, man, I can see, I don't know, I just had a vision with you, and I was like, yeah, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't, man. I wouldn't want to blow up with that stigma attached to me. You feel me? I'd be like, man,
okay, real, man, real.
I'd be like, damn, man, like, nah, like.
Real
but
shit,
it's all,
man.
it's like I said, it's all love, though, man. Like, you know, certain you can't help your tone. You know, the tone of your voice is the tone of your voice. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If that's what people see, like I said, now I haven't got it a whole lot, but I have heard it.
Now, a lot of artists out there have times, like, there's been times where I listen to The Game, certain songs, especially a bit earlier in his career, and he sounded exactly like Dr. Dre, and there's a few rappers that sound very alike to other rappers and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to think Game sound like Nas early in his career. You know?
Yeah, sometimes Nas.
And then, but like you said, with the whole Dr. Dre, I think he was doing that on purpose. Like when he came out with Doctor's Advocate, he was like,
exactly, he
like
loved
Dre.
Dr. Dre. And then you got like Hobson. Hobson sounds like Eminem to a lot of people at times. You know what I mean? I definitely hear that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like, yeah. But yeah, man, it's dope. It's dope, man. And the way, like, I love, like, how authentic this shit is. I was listening, damn, I forgot the name of the song, but you were talking about, you know, your daughter and your wife, and, like, even putting blessings on the people that wish the worst on you and shit.
Oh, you talking about that Count Your Blessings?
Oh yeah, that would have been it, man. That was real nice, man. That was real nice. And I like that you're doing the videos. A lot of people are just focused on, like, and I know it's tough to, like, sometimes shoot videos. You've got to make a lot of time and effort into it. But videos are a big thing. A lot of artists do pop off from the SoundCloud tracks, but the videos really add another dimension. You ever listen to a song and, like, it's cool, but then you see the visuals to it, and it really just makes you appreciate it so much more. You know what I mean?
That's exactly the reason why I try to do, you know, I try to stay consistent on the videos, because just for that reason, exactly what you said. Like, sometimes people might sleep on a song. They hear the song and they like, yeah, it's cool. But then when they see the video, they're like, oh, like they like, this shit raw.
Yeah,
you know, they like it. Because that visual, man, because you know, they can actually see, you know, visualize the words. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you know, it's so many rappers out here now, man. So you got to find a way to, like, basically try to set yourself apart. And everybody got a SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody could put up a SoundCloud song. And I'm not knocking SoundCloud, but I'm just saying, like, but, you know, videos, yeah, it kind of separates you from the pack a little bit.
Which is a shame, because, like, it should, I mean, it's not, well, kind of a shame, because, like, it should be just based off the music, but at the same time, I get it. And also, like, if they see the video, they get to see, like, you want your rapper to have a certain charisma to him, and the way he carries himself and shit. You know, you might have someone that sounds good, but then you see him on camera and it's like, he's just, like, still in his shell, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, if you know how to carry yourself, that'll go a long way, man. So what, do you, because I've just seen your stuff on YouTube, are you on SoundCloud at all?
Yeah, I got a SoundCloud, but, I mean, to be honest, I don't even think I posted a song on there in probably over a year or two. Like, mostly all my music is just straight on iTunes and Google Play and all that, you feel me, and Spotify.
Okay, man, I dig it, man. So what's next up for you, man? Are you working on an album or project right now? Anything like that?
Yeah, right now, I'm working on this All Disrespect Intended Volume 3. That's gonna be the last of the of my All Disrespect Intended series. That will probably be out this summer. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm aiming
Okay.
for. And speaking of that, I mean, I got some surprise.
Yo, bear with me one moment. I'm just gonna pause this.
Okay.
Got him back, man. Yeah, you were saying you got a couple surprises as well on the way, something like that?
Yeah. I got a couple surprises, man. A couple features and shit for the All Disrespect Intended Volume 3, man. I think people gonna be shocked. You know what I'm saying? To hear who I got on there. Couple nice, features.
Looking forward to it, man. Yeah, it's escaping me now, but I just heard one of the songs as well, and at the start you were like, yeah, and you said it, you're like, all disrespect intended, I'm coming straight for their fucking necks in this one. Like, it was going hard in that one, man.
That was No Apologies. That was from All Disrespect
No Apologies,
Intended, Volume 2. And that's out, right? Y'all can get that anywhere digital music is sold or streamed. Like I said, I just put it on iTunes and Spotify because most people streaming now anyway. So it's like, I might as well put it on them sites. Whoever got Apple Music or Spotify, they can add it to a playlist and, check it out that way too.
Yeah, because with the whole independent route, like, does it even make sense to try and figure out a way to get, like, CDs in stores now? That just seems like it'd be, like, a waste of money sort of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I say, like, yeah, definitely to get them in, like, stores. But CDs are definitely essential, though. You definitely need them. Like, I still sell CDs because...
Really? How you sell CDs? Like what, by hand? Like,
yes,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, hand to hand.
True.
CDs, like, your real fans and shit will always buy CDs and merch. Like, that's how independent artists...
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had a show or something, like, yeah, they'll buy the CD from you. But, like, outside of that, yeah, like, far as trying to, like, get it in an actual store, like, I don't even think... I heard Best Buy and Target and shit, they about to stop carrying CDs, like, altogether.
Yeah, I saw that too, man.
Yeah.
It is a dying business, but at the same time, I do kind of get, the reason that people would get it, because it's like, it's a tangible thing, like, it's a physical thing that you have in your hand. With the streaming, it's just like online. So I guess, I understand why, like, serious fans would want, like, a physical CD, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, because I've had some fans that be like, they'd be like, man, I'm trying to cop the album. I send them the link to iTunes. They're like, nah, man, I don't fuck with that digital shit, man. I need a hard copy. You know what I'm saying? So I end up selling them, the actual CD. So I definitely still get CDs. You gotta get everything you can get. You feel me? Especially when you're independent.
Hustle, man. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. I love it, man. I dig it, bro. All right, man. Anything else you want to say to the people out there, man?
Man, I just want to say, man, y'all get my newest album out right now. It's called Intelligent Ignorance. Look me up anywhere digital music is sold. Matter of fact, you can just Google me, Doughphresh the Don. You know what I'm saying? You spell the fresh, Phresh, not the traditional way. You know what I'm saying? Doughphresh, all one word, the Don. And check out that album, Intelligent Ignorance, man. Like, a lot of people saying that it's a classic. It's nothing but great reviews on that project. I put my all into it. And, so just make sure y'all check that out and be on the lookout for new videos, new music, everything, shows, merchandise. Y'all can follow me. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all that. Just like I said, Google me, Doughphresh the Don, and you can find all my information.
This guy's seriously on the come up, man. Seriously, do not sleep because you will regret it. Like, trust me, you're gonna want to hop on the bandwagon before it's too late. You're gonna want to be a day one, even though, like, technically he's been doing this for 6 years, so you wouldn't be day one. But, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, once this guy, like, blows up to, like, crazy levels, like, if you hop on now, I guess somewhat you could be considered day one. You know what I mean? Like, relative.
No doubt. And I appreciate you, man, for having me on the Chatty Patty, podcast, man. I appreciate you, because you want to come up as well, man. gonna come up together, man. Hopefully we'll be doing this show a part 2 in a year or so, and we'll be toasting, and we'll be, you know, on a way bigger platform. You know what I'm saying? And we can say we came up together. You feel me?
That's awesome, man. Thanks for the words, man. Yeah, no, I want to do a part 2. When is the shit? What is it again?
The All Disrespect Intended 3.
Yes, when's that coming out?
Like
you said summertime. But see, this is the thing, though.
I'm aiming for July, man. So hopefully.
Okay, July. That's what I was going to say, because like our audiences is sort of all over the place. You're in, you know, America, I'm in Australia, the other host is in London. So summertime's different for all of us. So July time though. Well, why don't we like try and organize something for around that time just to promote that when it's coming out and get it done, you know, with the with Mike's very own as well. I think that could be really good, man.
Yeah, no doubt. And man, I hopefully I'll be, you know, I won't be under the weather. And I'll spit some bars too the next time.
Okay.
I come on the podcast. I definitely got y'all, man. Like I said,
bro, you put it out there. You're gonna have to. Yeah, man, you're gonna have to do that next time. I'm gonna hold you to that, bro.
Hey, hold me
Definitely.
to it. Hold me to it. Shout out my team, man. Black Law Rebel Music. Shout out everybody that support me, man. Anybody that's ever purchased, liked, streamed, follow, all that good shit, man. I appreciate everybody. I'm a humble dude. Man, salute to the real.
All right, man, Doe, appreciate you very much, man. Good talking to you. Everybody, check us out on SoundCloud. Follow us, all that stuff. Just Google Chatty Patty Podcast. Google Doughphresh the Don. That's a PH, not an F. And we'll be back very shortly. Thank you for listening. It's the Chatty Patty Podcast.
Wando.